I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 13 in the NFL. We're talking right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who tells me he's on fire at his website in the NFL, and I know he's on fire in the free picks that he's given us at SBR. 2-1 2 weeks ago, 3-0 last week. Troy, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, Pete. Yeah, we're rolling right now. 7-1 over our last 8 plays. We had our top NFL play of the year with the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't even take the points. Took the money line plus 125. You know, I know it took a game-winning field goal, but hey, it was 21-6 at one point. I felt like we were really much on the better side. Feel pretty good about these 3 games as well, Pete. Going to continue to roll. I encourage people to come take a look. We're elevating our game. I don't think you're going to find another service out there right now that's capping the NFL and capping football like we are right now, Pete.
All right. Well, you are obviously in a groove, and, I gave you 3 games this week, which, you took the 3 games that I assigned, and this one looks to me like kind of a coin flip. So, I apologize that you have to take this. Maybe you do see some value here. I just see a coin flip. Giants at Washington, right? Both these teams off of kind of, deflating losses. The Giants still have slim playoff hopes, but not really. But Washington is done, though. The question is just which team is going to bounce back. The only thing that would worry me about betting against Washington here is what if Washington starts Kirk Cousins and they get, a boost from that? Or if they start RG3 and he gets injured, or they take him out and Cousins comes in the second quarter and, all of a sudden they get a boost from that. That could easily happen. To me, it's a coin flip, complete pass. What do you think, Troy West?
Yeah, on paper, I think it looks like a coin flip. I think you have 2 teams that match each other pretty well. Talent for talent, I think these teams are pretty equal. As far as what they're playing for, not a heck of a lot. I think both these coaches could potentially be on the hot seat at this point. But I really think the Washington Redskins are going to have a little bit of an edge here. I like the fact that they're at home. I like the fact they get to stay at home. I know they're coming off another bad loss, but I truly think that this team has enough talent to win football games. This is still very much the team of last year. I think RG3 really wants to prove that he is RG3. I do. I know he really hasn't had a whole lot going on this year. He's had some ups, some downs, but I think the Washington Redskins have enough talent to beat the New York Giants. I think the New York Giants really hit rock bottom, losing to the Cowboys at home. That was kind of their playoff game for the season. I'm not saying the Redskins have a heck of a lot to play for, but I do think the fact that they're at home, and I still think RG3 has a lot to prove as this season comes to an end. If he plays, like you said, if he doesn't, Kirk Cousins isn't too bad of a backup. I just think the home team prevails in this one, Pete. I'm going to go with the Skins.
All right, yeah. I'll tell you, my thoughts on that are that if I knew for a fact that Cousins was going to play, I think I'd like Washington more. It's just RG. He looks like a shell of himself. You know what I mean? He looks kind of burnt out. You think that he's going to be able to find something, some resolve inside of himself to come and have a better performance here? What makes you think that?
I do. I like this kid a lot. I really do. I think he has a lot of pride. I think he takes a ton of pride in what he's doing. I think he really wants to prove to the fans and the organization that he is healthy. I don't think this is a bad RG3 performance is not necessarily due to his health. I think that's more of a cop-out excuse because he really has had some nice games where he's been able to run, he's been able to make some throws. I just think his team's not good enough to get him where they need to get, and I think their offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan, is one of the worst in the league. So I think that's what's holding them back, but I think the Giants, a good opportunity for these guys to get the train rolling a little bit. Again, a battle of 2 bottom-of-the-barrel teams, but I think the home team prevails, and I think RG3 has a pretty nice football game and closes his season out on a high note.
All right, I can see your point. Not a bad argument. Troy West from allplayswin.com, like in Washington, +1. Thanks, Troy.